The Indy NXT car has finally arrived in iRacing. This car completes the Road to Indy ladder and has been missing for quite some time. Here's everything you need to know about this car and where you can race it. This car sits at C class in iRacing, which is the same as the Formula 3 and the Super Formula Lights car. However, this car has more power than those two, at least compared to the amount of downforce it has. So this car will require a little bit more throttle control than those. It's got a spicy rear end, which I think will make it quite fun to drive. Also, this car races on road courses and ovals like all the other cars in the Road to Indy ladder, which is unique compared to those other C-Class cars. This car has two separate series. One is a road series at C-Class Formula car. This is a fixed setup series that only races on road courses, and then there's also a C-Class oval series that only races on ovals, which is also fixed setup. There's no open setup series for this car at the time of making this video. Here's a rundown on how the Road to Indy ladder looks now that we have all four cars. There are some changes this season. Here is the ladder on the oval license side specifically. So at D class there is the Junior Open Wheel Oval Challenge. This uses the Indy Pro 2000 car, is fixed setup and only races on ovals. At C class is the new Indy NXT, which is also fixed setup and again only races on ovals. And then at B class there is the IndyCar Oval Series, which again fixed setup and only races on ovals. Here's how the ladder looks on the Formula side. So at D class there is the US Open Wheel D Series, which uses the USF 2000 car. This series is fixed setup and it does race on road courses and ovals. You don't need any oval license to enter those oval rounds, you just need the Formula license at D class, but the results of those races will affect your oval safety rating and I rating, so keep that in mind. At C class we have the Indy NXT Road Series, which is also fixed setup of course. This one only races on road courses though, because there is the separate oval series for that side of it. Also at C class is the IndyCar iRacing series, which will be inactive until spring next year when real IndyCar starts up again. These are full-length IndyCar races using the IR18, which match the schedule of the real series. So it'll be the full length and same track as the real races on the same week and weekend of the real races. So obviously it's a while until the next one at the time of recording this video, and if iRacing doesn't have the right tracks they will substitute with another one, but these full-length proper IndyCar experiences are only at C class because they are sort of a special series. Finally, at B class we have the IndyCar Open Series and IndyCar Fixed Sprint Series. These two follow the same calendar as each other and they will match up with real IndyCar weeks as well. The open races are about 45 minutes typically, although a handful of races maybe are as long as an hour, and the fixed sprint races are only 15 minutes. The open series races also require a tyre compound change in a pit stop on the road courses. This car has quite a lot of features for a junior formula car. Firstly, the front and rear ARBs are adjustable, and this will even be adjustable in the fixed setup series, much like the IndyCar has these available, because it's going to be rather important to use these on the ovals to mitigate dirty air. There's also a display page you can change. It only adds or removes the delta, I think. There's also throttle maps with quite a lot of options, but unfortunately those are locked in the fixed setup series. As you can see, I can't change them. Interestingly, there's a wet and even inter throttle map, but if it rains in those races you won't be able to use the throttle map for it, so that's a bit of a shame. I feel like they could just open that one up for us, but we shall see if iRacing change that in due course. This car also has push to pass like the big Indy car. You get 150 seconds of push to pass during the race. It says 999 on this screen because I'm in a test session. Below the total time, it says time per push. As you can see, this counts down while there is a green border around my dash. That's when I have it active. And every time I press the button and it goes green to indicate that I have started push to pass, that timer starts counting down from 15. And when it reaches 0, the green box will disappear and I will have to press it again to reactivate it if I want. which I do here. The timer stays on whatever you leave it on until you start another push. Here's the upcoming schedule for this car in 2025 Season 4 on your screen now for the Road Series. Make sure to note the handful of tracks there with rain chance on the cards. And here is the oval schedule for 2025 Season 4. iRacing's price for this car is the standard $11.95 before tax in your region. If you're a fan of racing the Formula cars in iRacing, then this car probably is already on your radar, and I think for many people it will be an enjoyable one. It's got a little bit more power and a little bit more spice to it than some of the other C-Class Formula cars, so if that sounds interesting to you, then it might be worth picking up. It's also quite a nice car to try if you are thinking about doing things like IndyCar on ovals and haven't really had the opportunity to cross over, because you can buy this car and still run it on road courses every week, but the oval series is also there for you to cross over, and it is a little bit less daunting than the proper IndyCar. This goes the other way as well, of course. If you're more of an oval person and want to try a bit more road racing in cars like this, you have the option here.